So I'm going to show you a way that you can take a hole literally that's all the way through. This is a trick that I learned from my buddy over in Vegas, Andrew at Reclaim Secrets. So I'm going to show you how you can fill this using sawdust and resin. What we're going to do is we're going to color that sawdust. So we're going to actually have something that rather than trying to hide those holes, we're going to make those holes kind of a highlight. This is just that mica powder, and you can make it as dark or as light as you want. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this resin, and it's starting to warm up because I poured it a couple minutes ago. And the idea is that if you make a paste, then you don't have to fill the whole thing front to back. That's not going to matter to you. But see how that's kind of a consistent paste right there. You can see I'm just forcing that stuff down in there. And then I'll leave it a little proud on the surface so that after this stuff dries, and the thing about pouring this a few minutes ago, it's already starting to heat up. But I think when this thing is all sanded off, then you'll have a really cool little blue highlight in. All right, guys, so now we're just going to let this thing sit for 24 hours. We'll come back tomorrow, sand it off, and see what it looks like. All right, guys, it has been about 24 hours, something like that. All right, I'm going to use my disc sander with a 60 grit. Let's see what this thing looks like. Okay, so I also did a 120 finish sand with my random orbital. Let's just throw some clear on there and see what that blue looks like. So I'm happy with the way this thing came out. Again, it was just a test, just to prove the theory, but it proved exactly how I hoped it would. The point is that you can do a fill like this on something that's super deep, and you don't have to fill it all the way to the bottom. This thing is still mostly open on the back side, but it doesn't really matter. You can fill to the bottom, but you definitely don't need to. Making a paste like that, it stays just on the top. It doesn't sink down in there, and you only have to do maybe 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch deep. But anyway, this proved the theory that Andrew had taught me when I was over in Las Vegas.